So what's going on, you guys? So I wanted to do a more personal sit down video for you guys while Amir is asleep, based on what I've been holding back for the last month and a half. I was not going to do this video, but Marcus, definitely encouraged me to go ahead and put it up because, you never know who else is going through the same thing that you're going through. So I'm here to tell you guys what I've been dealing with, which is postpartum depression. I don't even know where to begin, to be completely honest. I've been dealing with this depression thing for quite some time, y'all. Like, even with the latest vlogs that I put up for you guys, those have been my good days. But overall, I've had some really just some bad days or whatnot. And to be real, I've never experienced any postpartum depression with any of my children. This is the first that I've ever experienced that with having baby Amir. So basically, how can I put this in? I'm trying to not make this video too long for you guys. I just, want to be able to talk about it and get it out, to share my experience with it. But I noticed that I had postpartum depression, maybe I want to say on the second to third week that Amir had been home. It was, I'm not going to say anything triggered me to feeling the way that I was feeling. Not saying that I felt like I was going to harm him, because that's not the case, but I just felt very overwhelmed. I knew it was going to be a challenge of having a fourth child. Let me say that first. I knew it was going to be a challenge. I knew it was going to take some adjustment because my last son, was born 6 years ago, soon to be 7 come July. So I knew having a whole new baby again would be challenging, but I did not know that it was going to make me feel the way I have been feeling. It's been so hard to be around my family. It's been hard to just get out of bed some days. It's been hard to leave out the house. It's been hard for me to actually live my life because this depression has taken over my spirit. Marcus has been trying to support me to the best of his ability, but me feeling the way that I've been feeling, not want to do anything. I've been, of course, still tending to my children and pushing myself, but to actually have that feeling of not wanting to do anything is, it's tough. It's tough. I've, fell off of praying. Haven't been reading the word like I'm supposed to. I've fell back off of friends. I've, like I said, distanced myself from my family because I didn't want nobody to know what I was going through. And the reason why I said I don't want nobody to know what I was going through and still going through to this day, to this present day, is because I wear my feelings on my sleeves. It would be times that, I noticed that, let me start over. I knew that I had depression when Marcus had, he wanted me to get up and he wanted us to go out and go, do a family outing, and I didn't want to do it. And I love my family. I love doing things with my children. I love doing things with him, but I didn't want to do it because I felt like, it was just too much. I was sleep deprived. I haven't really been eating. I haven't had an appetite. Amir wasn't sleeping during the night at all. He was, getting up, and then I was still having issues of trying to get him to latch. Well, not to latch, but just trying to get him to, breastfeed for a longer period of time. He was only nursing for like 5 to 10 minutes, but every time I would put him down, because he would fall asleep on my breast, I would put him down, he would wake back up, and then it would just be a repeating routine. So by the time I looked up and noticed, it would be the next day, and then the routine continued on. I knew, like I said before, I knew it was going to be challenging, but I did not know it was going to be this challenging. So I basically just fell into a dark place, and I sat there finally, and me and Marcus was talking about it, and he's the one who brought it to my attention, because I knew what I was going through, because I had started researching it and things like that. But he brought it to my attention that he felt that I had some form of postpartum depression because of how my mood was changing and things like that. I still haven't talked to my family about it, and if they're watching this video, I'm sorry, this is the way that they're going to have to find out, because I'm not ready to actually face them yet. I know that's weird, because I'm doing a vlog for you guys, or a video on this, versus telling them, but it's easier to talk recorded, basically, versus sitting face to face and actually expressing it, because I've been so emotional. With me, lately it's been messing with me again, because I go back to work in a couple of weeks, and I'm not ready to go back to work. I've been up and down. It's like my emotions have been all over the place. I'm not ready to leave Amir. I feel like since he's been nursed, I've been nursing him exclusively, and making sure that I'm being the best mother that I can to him. I feel like when I go back to work, it's just going to be so hard for me to try to adjust being away from him. With him only being 2.5 months old, it's like, I really don't know what it's going to look like when I go back to work. My mother has stepped up. She's going to be caring for him for 3 days out the week for us, and I'm very grateful for that. But it's like, my son, this is my baby, this is the last child that I'm going to have. I need to be home, and right now we don't have a choice. I knew that having another kid, we both have to go back to work, because of the way our financial situation is set up. So, definitely please don't come in my comments, making hurtful comments about that. I mean, because I knew what I was getting myself up. I knew what was going to happen as far as going back to work, but I did not know I was going to have the depression. I do have an appointment with my doctor this not today, but next following Tuesday coming up, to talk about it, to see what we can do. I don't think I need to be on medication. I really just think I need to, talk about it. It's, I don't know. My mind is just all over the place right now, and there's so many decisions that I have to make. We're in the process of moving. Actually, we're going to talk to our credit union today to see what we need to do, the process we need to take in order to purchase our home. I've been thinking, like, we're supposed to have moved out of state by now. Like, it's just so much that's been going through my mind these last few weeks, even months. I'm just all over the place, and I'm depressed. I'm depressed. I've been really trying to lose weight and watch what I eat. That's been bothering me, because like I said, I know I've had a baby. I get that, and I know I need to let my body heal, but I'm just going through the motions, y'all. Like, it's like an outer body experience. Like I'm seeing myself and I want to feel better, and I want to I want to, be happy, but it's hard. It's hard. You know, I try to do the best that I can around my home. I try to be the best wife that I can be. I try to be the best mother I can be, making sure that every last one of my children gets my attention, that they know that I love them. Amir, he needs a lot of my 100% of my focus right now because he's an infant. You know what I'm saying? He can't do anything on his own. He needs me. And I just feel like, when it comes down to at least taking time for just myself, because us mothers need to be able to get at least 5 or 10 minutes to ourselves. I feel like I haven't been able to get that, and it's depressing because in order for me to care for them, I have to be well. And right now I'm just feeling like I'm not at my best. So I'm just, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I've never experienced this with any of my kids, and I just want it to end. I just want it to end, and I know that God is going to make a way. I know that things are going to work out. I know things are going to work out. It has to work out, but it's like, God, why do I have to feel the way that I feel? Like the overwhelm and feeling like I can't breathe. Like I just feel like the walls are closing in on me, and it's just, I'm just like, goodness. I'm like, I'm always tired. I don't never feel rested. He's sleeping throughout the night now. He's only getting up a couple of times throughout the night. But I find myself, me not able to get that rest that I was longing to get for so long. So I feel like, by the time I lay down, I have to get my kids to school, and I have to clean up, and because, my house just gets messy every day. When you have a large family and you're in a small space and everybody's stuff is just all over the place, I just feel like I've dedicated myself to cleaning, and I just have to keep moving, because if I sit there too long, then I start to feel depressed, and I don't know. It's really messed up, and I just want the feeling to go away. I don't want to feel like this anymore. I don't want to, I don't want to let my kids down. I don't want to let Marcus down. I'm the strong one out of my family. That's another reason why I haven't talked to them about it, because it's like everybody looks to me to be the strong one out of my siblings, or they think that I can just manage everything on my own. I often hear from my family, you got this, you've been doing this, you can handle it. And it's like, maybe, if they really understood that I don't have it half the time, I'm pushing and forcing myself to do what I have to do. But the strong ones, who can I depend on? Who can help me and support me outside of my husband? Like, and I'm not saying like I'm looking for that extra support from my family. I'm not saying that I'm seeking that, but I'm just saying, Kenosha, me, I don't get that same treatment that, if I'm okay, what can I do to help you? It's always me helping others. And I hope that this is making sense, because I feel like I'm getting emotional right now, and I'm trying not to, but that's just what I've been feeling on the inside. Like, who can support me and make sure I'm good? without somebody always thinking that I'm the strong one. And don't get me wrong, I'm glad that they look at me and feel that I'm so strong. But it's just at times I just want to just break down and I can't. Or I feel like if I break down, I'm letting somebody down. It's depressing, and it's depressing. So I don't know, y'all. I feel like me talking to y'all about it. I have some very supportive subscribers on here, you know, that's turned into my family. Y'all are more than just subscribers to me. I don't get paid for YouTube, so you know, I don't want anybody to think that I'm just making this vlog up just because it's not. Like I said, I wasn't going to put this up because I'm a very, you know, keeping my certain things personal. But like I said, me and Marcus talked about it, and he strongly encouraged me and pushed me to do this video. He was even willing to sit in the video with me, but I told him, you know, I'm trying to step out of my comfort zone, out of my shell a lot, and do things on my own. So don't think for 1 second that I get paid off of YouTube, because I don't. I'm not getting paid for anything to do this video. I'm doing it because I feel like, you know, you never know, somebody else may be needing that boost to, you know, to speak what they've been going through, or if they've, you know, experienced postpartum depression or whatever. You know, y'all might have experienced it and haven't said anything, but maybe feeling comfortable enough to share with me how you overcame it. I don't know, but this is what's been bottled up in me, and I just say, you know what, hey, let me put this out there to you guys. And you know, if haters come or you dislike my video or whatever the case may be, that's fine. But this is the real. This is what I've been going through. I'm still going through it. I went through it yesterday. I didn't pick up the camera and record because I just felt like I was in this dark place and this cloud was over my head. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I really don't know. So there y'all have it, you guys. I'm searching to get back to that happy place. I love my children with everything in me. So please don't take that away from this video, because I love my children. I don't want to harm them. I don't want to harm myself. I'm not feeling suicidal, because when I was researching and just looking at some of the symptoms, you know, I know it can get to that, but I'm not to that point. I'm just not happy right now. And, you know, if I could be a stay-at-home mom, I would. If I could be a stay-at-home mom and not have to worry about bills and not have to worry about, you know, Marcus being stressed out and things like that, I would be a stay-at-home mom. Because to be completely honest, you know, I've been off of work, but I've been getting my short-term disability from my jobs. I'm on maternity leave, so I'm getting paid for that. But I feel like me being off of work and still having that income flowing, I've been able to cook and clean and sit down with my children and be outside with them. And I've been able to do those on my good days, you know, outside of the bad days. Me being depressed, I've been able to really be around my children and see them grow, like, and really see them grow. So if I could become a stay-at-home mom, I would. But right now, you know, that's not the cards that I was played. Why did I have another child? Because I feel like me working or Marcus working, I don't want no job to stop me from having an actual life or, you know, making decisions for my family. So yes, that's the reason why we had another child, because wasn't nobody thinking about, oh, well, you have to go back to work full time and Marcus has to work so many hours or whatever. Wasn't nobody thinking about that. We were thinking about building our family. If I knew that I was going to have postpartum depression after having Amir, that still wouldn't have changed my decision of extending my family. So don't get that mistaken. But maybe I just would have, I don't know. I don't know what I would have done, to be completely honest. I don't know. So, yeah, that's pretty much that, you guys. So, I'm just going to upload this, and that's pretty much it. I'll talk to you guys later.